Last year I watched as Jessica from Three Rivers Homestead fed her family with nothing but food from her own pantry for a month. Or was it 2 months? And I watched as others did the same thing. And I was in awe at how organized they were. I never thought of trying it myself. After all, it's just me and my son, and he takes care of his own meal. But this year, I decided to play along. And I'm amazed at how much I have learned. And I think about how much easier my life would have been if I had done this when my own 5 kids were small. It's not just about not going to the grocery store for a month. It's also about taking inventory and knowing what you have on hand. It's about getting creative with what you do have on hand, especially those things that you aren't using up. That could be because you forgot you even had it, or it could be that your family just doesn't care for it. But in that case, you just may need to get creative. It's a good time to try new recipes. I've been making gluten-free crackers from the green split peas that have been breeding in my cupboards. And I've been making new recipes with the mashed potato flakes that have been taking over my pantry. And while doing my inventory, I filled a box with dented cans and other items that had passed their sell-by date. The sell-by date is just a suggestion. You can still eat it after that. When I plan a meal, I choose something from that box first. I was also able to fill several bags with foods that I'm allergic to, and I was able to donate it to an organization that gave it to people who can use it. If I hadn't taken the time to do that inventory, that food would have spoiled in my pantry and it would have ended up in the landfill. A few years ago, my cupboards were bare. I only had $20 a month for food and transportation. I ran across a food pantry and it really helped. I got fresh fruit. That was something I didn't think I'd ever be able to have again. After that, I went often. So often that I ended up with a big stockpile of food, mostly non-perishable items. After doing my own inventory, I can see that I don't need to keep going back to the food banks as often as I have. In this challenge, we make our own rules when it comes to shopping. I decided that if I really needed something, I'd buy it. My son ordered a few things from Walmart yesterday, and I'd like to talk about what I got. It's just a small haul, which seems harmless enough, and I did get mostly things that I needed, but there are a few impulse buys on here that I shouldn't have bought. First, in the upper left-hand corner is a package of tempeh that I got for $2.97. I thought that the regular price was $5.97. But my eyes are bad. It was actually $3.97, a savings of $1. I've never had tempeh before, so I didn't really need to have it. But I wanted to give it a try, and so I bought it. Below the tempeh is a package of 5 mini loaf pans. I want to try making some little loaves of bread, and I thought this little size pan would be great for something like shepherd's pie or other little casseroles that I can use to bake in my air fryer. Although they're disposable, they can be used over and over. Below that, I got 2 Roma tomatoes because I want to make some tacos. I made some vegan shreds and I flavored it with taco seasoning to make tacos. And I got some taco shells from the food bank, and only 69 cents for those 2 huge Roma tomatoes is quite the deal. Below that is a large slicing tomato. I made some veggie burgers, and I thought that would go great on one of them. At the top, I have a package of flour tortillas. Now, I've got celiac disease, so I shouldn't be even eating those. I've been trying to make gluten-free ones, and I've been eating my failures, but I just wanted to have a good burrito, so I bought them. Also, I made some vegan gyro meat that turned out really good. I think I might be able to use those to make a gyro. Below the tortillas is a bottle of coconut oil. One of the things I use coconut oil is to make vegan butter, but I think it might be less expensive to just buy the vegan butter. This coconut oil is refined and doesn't have any coconut flavor, so I can use it for all sorts of things. Below the coconut oil is baking soda. In addition to using baking soda for baking, I use it for all sorts of cleaning. I recently cleaned my oven with it and used up almost an entire box, but I also have been using it to clean off some of my old pans. Next to the baking soda is a can of cooking spray. I used up the last of it making crackers, and I really needed more. I also got a gallon of white vinegar. I use it a lot for cleaning, but I have a small bottle in my kitchen that I use for cooking, and I keep refilling from my gallon bottle. White vinegar is also a good fabric softener, and I've recently seen a video where somebody was using it as a conditioner. I'm going to give that a try. And the last thing I got is shredded lettuce, and of course I got it for my tacos, and I plan to use it for my burgers too. And I got all that for a grand total of $22.02 delivered. I would have stayed under budget if I hadn't gotten that tempeh. I did get really impulsive there. And I would have stayed under the budget if I hadn't gotten those flour tortillas. But I wasn't as impulsive as I would have been if I wasn't doing the challenge. So think about doing it yourself next time. If you like this video, please like, share, subscribe, and leave a comment. Have a great day.